Hello everyone. It's Stray Faye here with another episode of Cupid Parasite. In the last episode, some drama happened. Lynette's idea was stolen for a cooking show, so they had to modify that. And then an article was about to be published showing Lynette's face as Shelby's wife, so Shelby made the hard decision of just coming out, having a big old press conference and telling everyone that he's not actually married, and showed a moment of weakness, which was nice and romantic. At this point, they might as well get married. Like, they could have just made the lie real, but he did the right thing. He fessed up, even if it did hurt his company. But now time marches on. We're on the next chapter of The Sun Always Rises. Gotta see what's gonna happen the next day. Alright. And from there, I couldn't leave Mr. Snail here drunk. I returned with him to Parasite House. Okay. Hopefully nothing. Well, maybe something will happen. You don't want to have the drunk stuff. Shelby, I brought you some water. I'm coming inside. No, he's sleeping. I entered the room and Mr. Snail was already asleep. He was completely out of balance while drunk earlier, but he's already changed out of his clothes. He's so proper even in times like this. Somehow put on his normal clothes. Mr. Snail had lived alone all along, so he must be used to not relying on others. I sit next to Mr. Snail on his bed and stare at his sleeping face. He appears much more cherubic when he's sleeping. I wouldn't really describe him as cherubic. It's like, looks like a baby. Speaking of which, what's gonna happen now? Now that he's announced he's single, there's no need for me to pretend to be his wife. Meaning, I don't have to be in his house anymore. But, no, regret. She's gonna want to stay. For some reason, it was difficult for me to call it over from my end. I don't know why. Because I didn't want to leave Mr. Snail alone? Or because I've grown fond of this life? I don't really know. But if I still want to be here, I could remain silent about it for now. I'm just gonna wait till he says something, mentions it. Like, why are you still here? If something were to happen, to Mr. Snail, he would say something. I left the cup of water by the bed. Good night, Shelby. Right now, I want him to sleep and get some rest. Starting tomorrow would surely be another day of hard work. I combed through his disheveled bangs and kissed his forehead, like how a mother would her child in the movies. I went to my own room so that I could sleep early too. Oh, was he awake? That was not fair. I put my hand on my forehead where she kissed me inside. I woke up to the sound of her saying goodnight to me, right when she kisses me on the forehead. I froze up in surprise, but she left the room without realizing I had woken up. He's like, what the? What she did cannot be ignored. I remained confused while allowing my body to sink further into my bed. After returning from the bar, I couldn't maintain my balance. I remember her helping me up along the way. I didn't have the intention to drink that much. But I felt at ease when I was with her, and I ended up drinking more than I should. This was the first time it has happened. There was a time I would drink until I lost my memory. Now that my drunkenness was somewhat subsided, I started to feel embarrassed. It was the first time I complained so much to someone, and yet she stayed by my side without changing her attitude. I looked at the side of my bed to see a cup with water that she brought. This wouldn't be here if I were not living with someone. Ugh. An agitated sigh came out of me. I'm irritated because my emotions have gone to a place I couldn't control. It's gotten past the point of no return. I either have to give up or just bite the bullet. Those are the only two choices. I get up and drink the water she brought me. Tomorrow, I'll return back to a truly single state. I wonder if she realizes that. But I couldn't be the one to tell her to end this life. What to do? In any case, I should go to sleep for today. I finished the water and put down the cup on the side of the bed. Then I remembered the letter. That's right. I have to do something about this. It was a personal letter sent to me. It was an invitation to my middle school reunion. I haven't met my classmates of middle school since graduating. I thought about whether to attend or not. After a while, I heard the sounds of a shower running downstairs. She must be taking a bath. Right when I realized that, my cheeks became heated. I told myself it was the alcohol doing that. What am I imagining? Probably better that I go to sleep. Can't think clearly enough to make decisions because of the alcohol. Yeah, just blame it on the alcohol. I put the letter at the side of my bed and laid down. I closed my eyes and tried my best to sleep. Alright, next day. Next morning. The next morning. Is it back to Lynette's perspective? Yep. I get up and went to the living room and see Mr. Snail already there. You recovered? Good morning, Shelby. Yes, good morning. Did you sleep well? Yes. I see that Mr. Snail is making breakfast again. The bacon smells nice, causing me to feel hungry. Something about this is making me happy. He's not playing the devoted husband role, but he's still making breakfast for us. He didn't go back to his jelly drink life. That by itself makes me happy. But I noticed that the TV was on. He usually keeps it off. I'm sure he's turned it on to watch the news. Could it be that he's still worried about the press conference from last night? Hope there aren't any bad comments. I look at the TV and they were just starting to report on the press conference yesterday. Here's the not news anchor. One night has passed since Shelby Snail, the president of Cupid Corporation, announced that he is actually single. The announcement by Mr. Snail, who is famous for being a great husband, has caused widespread repercussions and... Oh, this just in. Mr. James, a commenter who once praised Mr. Snail's reputation as a great husband, has called an emergency press conference. Uh-oh. Well, it seems we have a live relay. We now bring you to the broadcast from Mr. James' press conference. Yes, we're at the emergency press conference for Mr. James. He has just appeared. Who's James? Is he the guy we had dinner with? I'm not sure. Hello, my name's James. After seeing Mr. Snail's press conference, I would like to hold this announcement. He doesn't have a portrait, so I don't know what voice to give him. The first thing I must say is that the press conference from 4 years ago was caused by my own misunderstanding that took a life of its own. Oh, is this the ad guy? No. Why would the ad guy have a press conference? After that press conference, I rewatched the recordings of broadcasts from 4 years ago, and he never said a word about being married. I assumed and jumped to conclusions that Mr. Snail of Cupid Corp was married. I believe because I made the mistake, it was difficult to say the truth. So I hope everyone will not place the blame on him. I was the one who forced him to lie. The same applies for the press conference yesterday. Snail is a very sincere and earnest person. He continued this lie for the sake of the happiness of his members. He is the kind that wishes for the happiness of his employees and members over his own. I've worked with him only once, but I can tell that much. So now that we know he's single, it's your chance. For women who are looking for a husband, now's your time. I'd like to support his goal in finding love. Hey, he's got money. You might not see him a lot. Now, the irony is that, like, to get to this point, he had to find a woman, so he's probably not going to want anyone but Lynette. We stopped eating breakfast with our eyes glued to the TV. We looked towards each other. He just, like, redirected. That's a smart move. I mean, like, the stock will probably go down, but now, like, now he just, like, redirected. Now, like, women want to go after him. It's kind of like being a celebrity or an idol. But, like, when people find out that, like, idols are like, dating or, like, married to someone, they instantly get less interested in them. I guess these things really do happen. I think it's thanks to your good character. I smiled, and Mr. Snail's gaze seemed to waver. I think there were some tears welling up in his eyes. Things aren't going to be as bad as he thought he was. That he thought it was. But he shook his head and then made a dignified expression. No, it's all thanks to him. Let's not waste this chance you provided us. I will continue my work with sincerity. Yes. We rile ourselves up and also pick up our forks to resume eating breakfast. Our movements are in unison, so we looked at each other and laughed. Oh, they're getting along so well. He can't date anybody else. He has to be with Lynette. Upon arriving at the office, the interview room was full despite being early morning. The customer support section still has phones ringing off the hook. I thought there would be complaints, but... Bridal Advisor A. Oh, thank goodness you're here. Please help with the reception for new members. I'm about to get overloaded. Huh? New members? Yup. After seeing the press conferences yesterday and today, we have lots of new applications that request for trials. What? The online membership application requests are also full. They're mostly women. We have to deal with them as long as they come along. Oh no, they're probably all asking for Shelby. Oh, there's also interview requests from the media, so I hope someone can deal with them. They want comments from staff members too. Sure. It seems that the announcement has become good promotion for the company. Nothing like a good old scandal to put you in the news. I'm relieved to see that it didn't negatively affect the business. Any attention is good attention. For now, let's deal with the new applicants for memberships. It's good news that we have lots of customers. I cooperate with the reception and other advisors and dealt with each customer in order. But I want to marry your company's president. They're all gonna be for Shelby. So your president was unmarried? He's so handsome and looks so rich. I'd like to have a meeting with him. Most of the new members are after Mr. Snail. Please wait. Might not be a match for him. I'm sorry, but regarding our president's status, he currently has 30 customers lined up to meet him. Oh no. God, I was too late. Well, please schedule me too. Understood. Please contact me once my turn comes. Understood. While you're waiting, perhaps I can recommend some other members to you. Do you have any others with good income level? Yes, we do have numerous registered members that may fit your criteria. We did similar things to try to throw in recommendations for other members while also arranging meetings with Mr. Snail. Here's this other rich guy here. We spent all of our time dealing with customers who arrived. By the time I realized it, I had skipped lunch and it was night already. I'm so tired. I sat at my desk and fell over. Wait, now's not the time to stop. I have to check my emails too. Due to the remnants of the Parasite 5, I'm still the advisor for Monsieur S.A. Mr. Snail, in other words. There are lots of applications just for meetings today, so I'm sure the web system would also send some arrangements to Mr. Snail too. Wait, today? The day's almost over. What do you mean today? I started up my computer and checked the system. I was tempted to immediately close the window. There were just so many application emails. I wonder if Owen would be willing to help. Just checking each email and sending the member information to Mr. Snail will be a lot of work. But I have to do this. This is Mr. Snail's chance to become a real devoted husband. Maybe we should do a lottery system? You can't meet everybody. Something in my heart hurt at the moment. It was a sharp pain that made me blink twice. Huh? The stinging pain continued. It's like my body is telling me it doesn't want to work. But this is my job. As Cupid, I have to... My heart stings again. What should I do? I really don't want to do this. I have a slight idea why this is, but I shake my head to rid myself of those thoughts. It can't be. I'm Cupid. I support people in love, so I shouldn't be jealous. Anyway, there are dozens of applications just for today. I have to report that to Mr. Snail. I first sent a simple email to Mr. Snail. He immediately responds. I'd like to talk to you in person. I have some time right now. Come to my office. He said he wants to meet and talk. Another sting. My heart hurts again. But this one is more of a happy kind of pain. Put together a file with information of a few members and headed to the elevator to Mr. Snail's office. I have documents of member information in my hands, which felt heavy. I get on the elevator heading to the top floor where Mr. Snail's office is, but someone was already there. Anthony Duff. Snail, did you see that reaction? I heard that you got loads of applicants for the arranged meetings with you. Okay, it's Mr. Ad Guy, Mr. Senpai from college. Anthony. Mr. Snail looks at Duff with a frown. Both of them finally noticed that I was here. Oh, you're that one lady. So how is it? I'm sure there are tons of applicants dying to meet Mr. Snail, right? Yes. I brought the data of our members right here. Wow, that's a huge stack you got there, sweetie. Now let's start selling you as a president looking for love this time. You'll have more members and then some. Mr. Snail goes quiet. He then stood up from his chair. I'm sorry, Anthony. I will have to reject that. Huh? This company functions thanks to employees and not me. I'd like for you to I'd like for you to find an ad putting focus on the employees. You gotta be kidding, Snail. No one wants to see that. The general public wants to see a hero. More customers will jump on the idea of a charismatic leader. Even so, I don't want to take this method anymore. I respect you, but I can't agree to your methods. If we set a single person as the leader, the back scenes will have to work extra to support them. That method isn't sustainable. What's most important for our company is the staff that agrees with our mission statement. Please reconsider. Duff is dumbfounded at Mr. Snail's words. He sighed and shook his head. Snail, you will regret this. You'll find out that my way was the right way all along. Your way got him even deeper. Yes, even if I may come to regret it, I want to maintain my convictions. Ugh, you're much too immature. The world doesn't go round from ideals alone. Never thought you would be so cowardly. Cupid Corp isn't gonna last with this. I'll be off as the managing person for your company. Duff storms out of Mr. Snail's office. Well, told his senpai off. The elevator door closes and Duff is now completely gone. The room is eerily silent while Mr. Snail smiles wryly at me. Haha, you got mad at me, but this is for the best. His eyes look so clear. Seemed that he wanted to do this all along. There wasn't a speck of regret. We look to each other and smile. I agree. It's more like the president to be this way. I like Mr. Snail's philosophy. It's sincere and earnest. But is it just his philosophy? I wondered about that while he's still gripping the stack of member information. I have to go and show it to him now because I am the Cupid of love after all. Yet I still couldn't bring myself to talk about it. Now back to these guys. 007. What? Cupid Corp sees a surge of new membership? Why? The plan was perfect. And then MQ. You know, kind of looking at MQ's silhouette, I kind of have an idea who he is. I mean, I know who 007 is, but the axe silhouette makes it obvious. It seems that he took advantage of the boost in their reputation. How annoying. Grrr. This is our chance as Robe and Julie Wedding to steal their membership and to crush them. That youngster, but we will not give up yet. Your job is not done yet, MQ. Oh, they're still working behind the scenes. Where's Mom? Where's Venus? Gotta stop Dad. Oh, next chapter. I guess this one is a little shorter. Maybe they're speeding it along. Final lesson. This is Shelby's perspective. He looks like he's going for a swim. A few days after that incident, I was swimming in the pool alone for the first time in a while. Thanks to things settling down, I'm back to my daily workout. After all the commotion, I wasn't able to come here. It's the exercise that I've been putting off, so I feel out of shape already. Same. Always put off exercise. What do I do? I hope you have shorts on. While resting for a bit, I worry about something. After the business meal with a client last night, I was given tickets to the amusement park. They said good luck finding love. Wait, what? My clients that I've always had dealings with treat me the same even after the press conference. Are we going to an amusement park? We went on an amusement park with the Ryuki. Kind of weird to see Shelby at an amusement park. He doesn't seem like the amusement park kind of guy. More of like a wine and dine at a fancy restaurant kind of guy. Go to a fancy resort kind of guy. Many of them actually apologized for thinking that I was forced to lie. I'm thankful for such good people. But I was surprised that their usual statements just switched from, I want to meet your wife, to good luck finding love. Everyone gives me all sorts of advice. Well, it makes me happy. It's rather embarrassing. They care for me so much, but I was worrying about it all myself. I felt ashamed about that. Yeah, you had support, you just were scared, thought no one would support you. What about this pair of tickets? There's only one person I want to invite with this. But if I ask her, she'll just assume it was for practice. Just the other day, she showed me the name of a list of members who have applied to meet up with me. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't put it past Lynette. She did allow, like, the Parasite 5 to practice on her on, like, for one of the bad endings. She's completely working as my advisor. It's obvious that I have no chance with her. But I didn't think I could give up without saying anything to her. The life with her is still enjoyable. Even after announcing that I was single, she's still willing to live in that house. If she hated living together, she would have packed up her things and left a long time ago. She hasn't done that. I may still have a chance. In that case, I want to turn this nebulous thing into something more sure. I think about the ticket and I tuck it away in my wallet as I continue to swim. You're gonna get it soggy. Unless maybe he has like other paints just on the side. I always worry about that, like public pool, like setting your things down somewhere by the side. Someone could just yoink it. You have to like put it away in a locker. If I can't give her up, there's only one choice. I'll use that ticket and ask her out on a date. Hopefully she realizes what it means. I will clearly tell her that this isn't practice and that I wanted to go on a date with her personally. I have then decided to tell her my feelings for her. Okay, it's gonna be weird because it's always weird, like the power dynamic. She's your employee, but hopefully everyone's accepting of it if it's mutual. Alright, back to Lynette. That night, after dinner, Mr. Snail asked me to go to the amusement park with him for some reason. The amusement park? Yeah, a client gave me the tickets. If you'd like, I'd want to go with you. Are you sure it's okay for me to go? You have many applications for meetings. I'm happy for the invitation, but I was surprised since he was so busy. To be honest, Mr. Snail has ignored the long list of applicants even now. I thought it was because he was busy with work. I had Owen go to the training date previously. I want to put practice the essence of courtship. You said you were gonna say it's not practice. You chickened out! Speaking of which, when I was still the advisor for the Parasite 5, I did go on dates with them in order. I didn't know Monster S.A. was Mr. Snail back then, so I went on a swimming pool date with Owen as his representative. I remember that I fell into the pool after seeing Mr. Snail there, with his hot CEO body. It almost feels nostalgic that he refused to admit that his hair was wet then. Right. Mr. Snail doesn't know how to go on dates, so he's worried about the applicants. Then I should try to instruct him. I am the advisor and Cupid after all. No, it's not a practice, it's real. Ugh, my heart stings again. I put my hand over my heart, still wondering the reason for the pain. I noticed Mr. Snail covering his face with both hands, and he's like, oh no, I couldn't fess up. He knows what he did. President? Is something wrong? I'm regretting about how shiftless I am. Excuse me? It's nothing. Nothing at all. But let me say it one more time. Mr. Snail takes a few deep breaths. He then makes a serious expression and holds out the amusement park tickets. I, want to personally have you instruct me. No, you said you were to. You got cold feet. Got cold feet. You just wanted any way to get her to go. Sure, understood. I will definitely join you on the training date as your advisor. I put my fist over my chest proudly. Mr. Snail covers his face with both hands. What have you done? You know how naive she is. President? I should have practiced this. Oh, it's nothing. Well, I'll be in your care on that day. I'll message you the details later. Mr. Snail hobbles off. He probably did try to practice what he was gonna say. He had it all right in his head, and then it came out wrong. I was wondering if I had said something strange. A few days later. Today is a training date with Mr. Snail. Thank you for waiting. Oh, she's in her outside clothes with her big hair. You're right on time. Oh, normal clothes. She still kind of has like a businessy look, like business casual, as like the suit, the coat, or the blazer. He just doesn't have a tie. A little bit less restrictive. Mr. Snail was waiting at the planned spot. He appeared much different from usual. I stare at him and I realize that it's the first time I've seen him wear anything besides a suit. He's wearing a casual shirt and a jacket. Unlike his usual clothes, he's much more approachable and fitting for a date. What's wrong? No, it's just that I've never seen you wear anything besides a suit. And a swimsuit. And your birthday suit, don't forget that. Does it look strange? No, you look wonderful. I smile and Mr. Snail makes a bashful look. Oh, I see. Well, shall we go? He turns to the side to hide his blushed cheeks and he walks off. But his stride was wide, so he walked far ahead of me in no time. Oh no, gotta match the pace. I noticed one thing. Although we've gone to a cafe together, it's the first time we've walked outside together in a relaxed manner. He drives me by car, and when we commute to the office, he drives me by car when we commute to the office. And I don't know his walking speed when at home. Don't try to race each other. It feels like he's hurrying off somewhere as he trots off. I tried to run after him. You gotta wait. So for today, Lynette, why are you just standing there? I'm not standing here. Women can't normally walk that fast. Oh, really? His eyes widen as if he were surprised. It looks like he really didn't notice. Yes. I see. I'm sorry for being so inconsiderate. He stops and stares at me. After hesitating for a while, he holds out his hand. Then let's hold hands. That way I won't make the same mistake. Sounds like it just sounds like a business message. What? He's asking to hold hands. That's romantic. But this is a solution that Mr. Snail thought long about. Holding hands is the right answer for a date. Haha, understood. I responded with a smile and put my hand on Mr. Snail's. We hold hands like a real couple as we enter the amusement park. Okay. I wonder if all of them go to an amusement park. Is it just kind of... It was like kind of like a cookie cutter thing where they all go to an amusement park to see their reactions. We then rode on the roller coaster and the teacup ride. We thoroughly enjoyed this date together. I guess they gotta put some reason to put this background. They gotta use this background for something. All these roller coasters and cacti. This is interesting. I was wondering what was the purpose of experiencing fear intentionally, so I never rode it. Mr. Snail looked so happy right after we got off the roller coaster. We're still holding hands while we walked. This roller coaster thing is rather fun. Yep. And why are you completely off balance? Anyone would be like this if you ride the roller coaster 5 times in a row. I'd like to say you're strange for not being affected at all. Wait, did they just like Stacy didn't be like again? I had that happen at what was it, Six Flags? It was, I think it was Six Flags. It was one of those like wasn't that busy, and like the guy just kept making us go on the roller coaster over and again because like there was no ride, and he just like kind of waited before like the enthusiasm died down when he was like everyone just. For like a few times, everyone was just like, yeah, again. But then like after a while, it just like, we're quiet. We're just like, enough, we feel sick. It's like, alright guys, get off. Oh, really? So sorry. Jeez, why are you laughing? Because he has a stronger stomach than you, Lynette. No, I've never seen you make that expression. Sorry, I'm just genuinely enjoying this. Mr. Snail laughs loudly, seeing me tired out. I've never seen him laugh like this casually. Seeing him smile made me forget how he dragged me on the roller coaster multiple times. I started to smile too. This is like an innocent date between college students. It's a bit out of character for Mr. Snail, but that's what makes it fun. I'd forgotten that I was the advisor and just enjoyed spending time with Mr. Snail. We hold hands and he pulls me ahead. We found out more about what we were both interested in. At that moment, we see an attraction where you can use a bow and arrow. Look at that! Can we try that? Seems like an attraction where you test your skills. You get a special badge if you shoot all 10 targets with a bow. You better be good at this. You're literally Cupid. Unless she has like aim assist on her little artifact bow. A bow. I did some archery and judo when I was in graduate school, but I haven't done it since. You really do everything, don't you? Is it judo? Is like also archery? It's like kind of you have to like practice going through the same movements over and over again to shoot a target. I couldn't allow myself to be unable to. You're such a perfectionist, but I won't lose when it comes to a bow and an arrow. Oh? Then let's compete. The loser has to treat the winner to something. What's something? Yay! Then let's bet on that pistachio ice cream sold over there. Is that all you want? That's what I feel like right now. We decided to take turns shooting the bow. I was first. Alright, here goes. As a professional Cupid, the bow and arrow is my forte. I take a stance like when I used the Cupid bow and aimed. And I took a breath and shot the arrow. Oh! The arrow hits right at the target I aimed at. Seeing that, I struck a victory pose. Alright. Oh, you are skilled. Oh, Ryuki, you're here too! Remember, we went to the amusement park? Not bad at all. Oh, they're all here. Wow, you're like the real Cupid. Huh? Why are you two out on a date? I heard a pair of familiar voices and turned around. For some reason, Ro and Ruki were standing there. A target practice game, huh? Maybe I should give it a shot. Oh, I wanna try too. Can I be up next? Let's compete to see which one of the four of us can do it best. Why isn't anyone pointing out why the two of them are here? Why are they here? Why are they together? Secretly dating. While I was thinking that, I saw the president roll up his sleeves and started warming up. I missed my chance to say it out loud. Oh well. It's more exciting with a bigger group in times like this. I'm happy to see that the president seems to enjoy it. I've never seen him purely enjoy doing something. Whatever he does, President Shelby's actions are always related to work in some way. If he's enjoying this, I want to cherish this moment. I won't lose to anyone! I shake free from the three and aim with my bow. But the match was at a stalemate for the whole time. The president and I both got full points until the end. Oh no, he's just as good as a god. That was a heated battle. After the bow and arrow game, I was happily licking my pistachio ice cream. Although the bet was off because it was a stalemate, the president still bought it for me. I look at the badge I got as a prize while eating the ice cream. It's the badge you get if you hit all the targets. The president is also looking at the badge in his hand. Both of us got full points, so we both got it. Did you get like another prize? Like a plushie? Or you just got like a congratulations, you're the best badge? That was so fun, wasn't it? I didn't think you would be that good with the bow. I'm surprised. I'm good with the bow and arrow, if nothing else. You said you haven't shot it since grad school, but you were very good. It's easy once you learn the hang of it. I really am surprised, too. I wonder who would win if you're competing with the real Cupid. Why Cupid? There's other, like, bow and arrow users. Artemis? I think Apollo also used a bow. They're like brother and sister. Although Artemis is more known as she's the goddess of the hunt. Of course I will win, because Cupid doesn't exist in this world. Oh no! Oh, but she does exist. He doesn't. You're the president of Cupid Corporation, but you don't believe in Cupid. Of course. Gods are created by humanity for their own salvation. I'm only taking advantage of that image. Oh no, he's denying her existence. How sad. They may be necessary, whether it's the Sasquatch or gods. I don't believe in things that aren't proven to exist. A waste of time. I felt a sharp pain in my heart. It's sad to see that he refuses to believe in gods. I don't think I would ever reveal it to him, so I don't really need him to believe. It is kind of sad, though. She can't really reveal the secret because he doesn't really believe. I wonder if Raoul would just, like... Raoul would totally believe. Like, if Lynette's like, I'm Cupid, it'd be like, what? You totally just believe her. I'm tired, so I'm going home. I already got the right image for Raoul's outfit. Outfit? I've been wondering, but why are you two together here? Oh, after Parasite House, Ryuki's my personal stylist. Yup. My sister often goes to help with outfit coordination for Sillywood actors. It's a necessary job for first-rate designers. Oh, really? He said he wanted an outfit perfect for the amusement park, so I came to investigate. I was planning on going home right after. Like he's trying to say he didn't want to stay for this long. Anyway, what are you two doing here? What's your relation? Huh? Oh, I've been wondering too. You seem close, but are you dating? The dates. I was surprised since they changed the subject to us so suddenly. Oh, let's, we gotta change the subject. I want to say we're dating, but it's not official. Can't say that. If they say it a practice date, it might hurt his feelings. So let's, change the subject. For a moment, I look at the president's face. I remembered that it's no longer a secret that he's out looking for someone to marry. I could have said that it was for practice, but seeing how much fun the president was having stopped me from doing that. Even I wouldn't have wanted to call it practice when it was so much fun. So I decided to change the subject. I put my finger over my lips. It's a secret. That's not changing the subject. That's just giving more fuel to the rumor fire. Critical hit. Secret? Uh-huh. So that's how it is. Ryuki seemed to read between the lines and nodded. He grabbed the back of Rule's neck. Well, we'll get going now. Enjoy. Aw, thanks, Ryuki. He gets it. See you later. Seeing the tiny Ryuki drag the tall Ro was a strange sight. The misunderstanding caused the president to look at me with an awkward expression. Why did you say it was a secret? No reason. What did you want to tell me? What did you want me to tell them, Shelby? I teasingly say his name and the president blushes. Nothing at all. Alright, let's move on to the next. Oh. Hearts. The president puts his badge in his pocket and walks off, but he's not walking so fast that I couldn't catch up. He's matching his stride with mine. He's embarrassed, but he doesn't forget about me. That makes me happy. I follow behind him and start walking alongside him. Whew. I need to drink a little bit more water. We continued going on various attractions and also went shopping. By the time I realized it, it was already night. We looked at the darkened sky and walked around town. Whew, that was a fun day. I'm getting hungry, so how about we get something to eat? What would you like, President? Oh, about that. I already made dinner reservations at the hotel. Oh, that's more his style. Oh, really? Yes. A man should be the one to prepare it in these cases. That's what it says in the books. Book? Did you review before coming today? Yes. He's so earnest as usual, but the old president wouldn't even have bothered to review. As always, you're such a perfectionist. You get full marks. I am SS with everything after all. He mumbles that while making a wry smile. It's almost as if he's saying he's not good. It's not good to be SS. Is he embarrassed now? To be... I mean, it's kind of cringe when you're just like, I need to be double S and everything. I got a rank S in all my video games. Let's go. It's this way. The president resumes walking again, with a hurried stride. For some reason, he looks nervous. He's forgotten about his walking speed because he was preoccupied with something. Speaking of which, the president has been acting strange all day. It was the same as at the amusement park ride. Or, at the amusement park, rather. Right when I thought he was smiling innocently, he frowns while brooding over something. It's like there's something worrying him. He wants to confess. He has to confess. Still don't know what that may be about. I jog after him in hopes that he'll talk about it. The dinner at the high-class restaurant was rather awkwardly. We quietly finished the full-course meal without saying a word. We didn't have that innocent joy we shared earlier. The president has a deep wrinkle between his brow. He's deep in thought for something. President? What is it? I was just wondering what may be wrong since you haven't said anything. Oh, really? Sorry for making you feel uncomfortable. Not at all. Something is definitely wrong. He's been glancing at his phone the whole time and checking the inside of his suit. Okay, I wonder if he has something. That'd be kind of weird if he has a ring. Like, oh, too soon, buddy. Like, she's just like, we're just barely getting out of the work mode dating phase. Could it be that he has some work emails he wants to check? He might want to reply to them, but he's holding back because we're on a date. President? You don't have to mind me. Huh? Mind you? What do you mean? You look like you want to reply to work emails. I point at his phone and he gasps before putting it in his pocket. Oh, that is not the case. I've turned all email notifications off for today. Oh, really? That's not like his usual workaholic self. But I felt my heart pound a little harder knowing that he's focused on today's date. Wasn't today's date supposed to be training for his matchmaking? Or is it... Lynette? The president called my name with a stilted expression. I sat up straight, sensing that it was something serious. I quietly wait for him to speak, but he opened and closed his mouth repeatedly in search of the right words. Then he looked resolute. Today, there is something I'd like to tell you. He said that hesitantly while he reached for his suit pocket. But then somebody called out to him the next moment. Affluent man. Who is affluent man? I'm just gonna give the silly voice, Jen. Oh, if it isn't Mr. Snail! I saw your press conference from the other day. Oh, it's nice to see you here. Hey, isn't this person... I've seen him in a magazine somewhere. I think it's the chairman of a major car company that has business dealings with us. Wait, car? Maybe you rent cars for dates or something. Major automobile company chairman. Doesn't have a portrait, so whatever. Who would have thought that you would be single when you were well known to be such a devoted husband? I was truly surprised. Yes, I'm sorry for that. But thanks to that, there are many women who now have a chance to be your wife. To be honest, even my own daughter is attracted to you. Oh, but who is this lovely young lady you're with? She's my managing advisor. She's a bridal advisor of my company. She's a great employee, so she provides me insight on matchmaking. That was a smooth explanation. It's a correct thing to say, but I felt heavy-hearted for some reason. I see. That's right. This date was for giving him pointers on his search for a marriage partner. I thought I already knew this, but there was a slight hope that maybe it was something different. Because I was hoping for it, it made me sad. But that is an emotion that was based on an assumption. To matchmake someone else is my job in life. Being described as such should be something I'm happy about. Pleased to meet you. I'm a bridal advisor for Cupid Corporation, and my name is Lynette Muir. Pleased to meet you. You sure do look like an excellent advisor. Should my daughter require your services, I hope you may be able to help. Yes, you can count on us. I respond with a business smile. The chairman then exchanged a few more words with President Shelby before returning to his table. We're now alone again, but he appears to be a bit more distant than earlier. Because there were some work-related talks in between, the illusion of a date had dissipated. Oh. The president finally took his hand out of his chest pocket inside his suit. Would you like another glass of wine? Oh, then can I have a red? Sure. The president glances over to beckon a waiter and chooses a wine. I still don't know what the president was going to say before that person came over. We quietly finished our dinner and returned home. I wonder why, but both the president and I didn't want to go home yet. We naturally walked in the opposite direction of home. By the time we realized it, we're at the top of a hill where we can see the nightscape. Oh, okay. Well, still got CG. How romantic. Wow, that's beautiful. The scenery below us glittered like a jewel box. I didn't know Los York had a place like this. I often come here when I want to be alone. Haha. Then it's not just the bar. Yes. We glance at each other and smile. I'm happy that I know two of his secret hideouts. So he brought me over to a place where he wants to be alone. When I realize that, my cheeks suddenly turn hot and my heart starts beating faster. My hair is wavering in the wind, and I started getting restless at the fact that we're alone together. I suddenly was unable to look at his face. I looked under me instead. Cold night breeze gushes past my shoulders. I shiver due to the cold. Are you cold? Oh, then he probably gives her the jacket. A little bit. Then wear this. I felt something warm fall on my shoulders. I look and see that the president put his jacket over me. Are you sure? Yeah, I don't feel cold at all. He smiles with only his shirt on. He slowly places his arms around my shoulder as if to warm me up. He pulls me closer and I can feel his heat. The scent of his cologne brushed under my nose. Oh, he's putting on the moves. Oh, this fragrance. I think I smelled this before in his room, but it seems a little bit different this time. I think it's because the smell has mixed with the president's own scent. It's the scent of a man. When I realized that, it made my heart pound faster. Huh? What do I do? Why? I'm Cupid, the god of matchmaking, and I'm supposed to be the president's advisor. Today was supposed to be a practice date. That's what the president said when he invited me. But it doesn't feel that way right now. The president is escorting me around so naturally. He holds me firmly around the shoulder as if he doesn't want to let me go. Thank you for today. I had a lot of fun. Really? Yeah. I've never had this much fun on a date with anyone. He made a slightly troubled smile. What about you? Me? I thought about the day when he asked me that. We rode on amusement park attractions, shot some arrows, and ate some pistachio ice cream. We both got matching badges. I remember the badge in my pocket and touched it over my skirt. This is the first thing I have that's matching with the president. A matching pair. Just thinking about that brings me joy. I think there's something odd about me today. It's different from usual. I look up and see the president with a serious expression. His gaze makes me at a loss for words. This is my own premonition. Even if I didn't shoot Cupid's bow, or even with Lady Juno not around, that time will come. At the same time, I remember the president's words. They had Owen go to the training date previously. I want to put to practice the essence of courtship. She is my managing advisor. She's a bridal advisor at my company. She's a great employee, so she provides me insight on matchmaking. That's right. I'm the advisor, and the president will likely seek my opinion on the matter. I can't forget that's my role, is to be his advisor. Setting that aside, I'm also Cupid. This is my own misunderstanding. It's a fake premonition that my own desires showed me. Oh, did she, have a vision of wedding bells? It's real, girl. I hope they don't, misunderstand each other. Just, she ends up, pushing him on, another woman. I look away from his gaze and smiled at the night scenery. Yes, I also had a lot of fun. As your advisor, I can say with confidence that today's date gets full marks. You can be proud of it. There was an awkward pause. The president then clears his throat and shuffles his weight. Someone say their feelings. Say that it's not just practice, please. I see. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oops. Mashing the button. Then shall we return? Someone might catch a cold if we stay out here too long. Sure. I nod and take one last look at the scenery. This was the first date with the president, and that ended the practice date. The next chapter. No, no one confessed. Parasite infection, that doesn't sound good. I guess she's down with the lovesickness. Alright, we've been going for quite a while. So let's stop here. I'm not sure how many more episodes we'll have. Maybe 3? I don't know, sometimes the chapters are like super long and sometimes they're super short, so it's either gonna be maybe 2 or 3 more episodes before we get the ending, just seeing how many chapters we have left. And then we got the bad endings that we gotta do. The normal and the bad endings. Although I think that should be easier because we already did the common route bad endings in Ryuki's route, so we don't really need to do those again. Alright. Parasite infection. That doesn't sound good. Don't get a parasite infection. Terrible. Alright, anyway. I hope you guys are having a fun time with this. Getting the little feelings of love. A little bit of misunderstanding drama. And we'll see where this goes in the next episode. Bye-bye.